Welcome to this how-to video for logging in and accessing the ACUHO-I Campus Housing Index. To begin the process, you will want to visit the ACUHO-I homepage, which can be found at ACUHO-I.org. Once on the homepage, you will see a row of menu options at the top. This purple box on the right side has a link for the Campus Housing Index. If you click here, this will redirect you to the Campus Housing Index portion of the ACUHO-I website. This page includes helpful information about the Campus Housing Index, as well as resources and other documents that may be helpful as you're reviewing the data that's available and as you're entering the data collection and data entry process each year. There's also information about subscriptions and pricing should you be interested in purchasing a premium subscription. To proceed with logging into the Campus Housing Index, you will want to navigate to this gray box with the purple button that says Sign In to CHI. If you click on this button, it will bring you to a page where you are asked to log in to the ACUHO-I portal. If you have not previously logged into our new portal, you will need to click the green Sign Up button and go through the process of signing up with an account in the new portal. If you already have credentials, you can log in here. If you have not created an ACUHO-I account before, or you are a new member, you will need to go through the process of setting up your ACUHO-I login before you can access the Campus Housing Index. Once you log in here, you will be redirected to the Campus Housing Index website. You may initially see a pop-up box that will have helpful information and share your level of basic or premium, depending on whether you have purchased a premium subscription. When you continue through that welcome box, you will be brought to the home page. You can see here that there are three main sections of the CHI. The first is the profile section, which includes demographic data about the institution. The second is operations, where there's information about staffing, conference services, budgets, and a number of other things. And the final section is the compensation section, which is where data are entered and reviewed related to benefits and compensation for the different occupations in the CHI. A note here is that Section 3 is only visible to those who are listed as the senior housing officer or who the senior housing officer has designated as needing access, and that would be through their staff roster. So Section 3 may not be visible to you if you are not someone in a senior housing officer role or in a role that has been given additional access by your senior housing officer. If that is the case, you will only see Section 1 and Section 2. You'll see at the top here that we do have a home button where you can also navigate through these three sections, and there's a space where you can provide feedback as well. So I think a good place to start is typically in Section 1 with your profile information. This is where you can see year over year how much of the profile section has been completed. And you can see if you've earned access to the results for free, which requires that you complete at least 50%. So we're not currently in the data collection period. That's closed, which means the only option you'll have right now is to view the data and to compare your institution to peers. So if we go to this tab here that says Question Comparisons, and we click on this Overview button under Profile, we'll be able to go through and see how we compare to different institutions. Another note here would be that iPad's data are automatically imported each year and that there is no data entry for the iPad section. This is something that is automatically imported into the system when new iPad's data are released each year. You're also going to see here at the top that there are filter options. The account that's being previewed has basic access, which means they have access to the 3 basic filters. Currently, they're set to any, which means you're seeing overall results. If you're interested in creating a peer group or narrowing these results down, you would click on the edit button here, and you would be given the option to select different choices for each of these 3, or only 1 or 2 of them if you're not interested in using all of them. So you'll see for the first, this control, you'll be able to select public, private, or none of the above. Within private, you can select not-for-profit or for-profit as institutional types. Regional associations would include all of our regions. And then under state or province, you'll see that there is an option for outside of North America, Canadian provinces, Mexican states, and other areas outside of the United States. And then you will find the state abbreviations for the United States. If we scroll down here, you're able to see how things break down overall for these different variables. Now, the account that's being previewed has not entered any data for this past year as it's a test account, which means you're not able to see how this account compares to others. If this was your institution that you were looking at, you would see answer options in purple for each of these questions. Those purple question answer options would be how you responded, how your institution responded to this question. So you'd be able to see there easily where you fit. For instance, let's say I am an employee at The Ohio State University, and this is a public university. If we scroll down to control, this public option here would be in purple rather than black, indicating that that is where how you answered and where you fit for that question, making it easier to see how you compare. But what this indicates here is that 58% of the institutions that participated fall into this private not-for-profit category, 4% private for-profit, 38% public. As we go down for some of these additional questions, this is where you would be asked to select an option. And so this would be the data entry section of the profile area where you would be able to enter data each year and update the responses. And this all relates to those demographic areas that describe your institution. We scroll back up here. We go back to this home button. You could navigate to section 2 or section 3 to look at the questions and compare yourself to those other institutions. Once you're in a section, if you look at this My Organization tab, you would see what areas you're able to navigate through. Since profile is just one page, that's the only option. Again, for question comparisons, we just have one profile page, so this is your only option. And then you'd also be able to see any personalized reports that exist. Currently, these are from previous years, but you would be able to download and access them here as a user with at least basic access, meaning you've completed at least 50% of the questions the previous year.